let's get this set up. So they both use copper ingots, but I can at least do a nice splitting manifold. So I will do, we'll get some space here so that I can get the mergers going this way. Splitters. All right, this can be the copper sheets. We want 3 of them for now. I'll figure out expansion stuff another time. And then 4 constructors. Oh no. Oh God. Okay, so if you fall from 100% health, you will live any fall damage. But that doesn't mean you're gonna be in a good situation, so... Uh-oh. Oh, shit. I guess I'll take a quick look around down here. Maybe I can find a hard drive. A hard drive would be nice. This is a pretty open looking area. Clear line of sights. I honestly wouldn't have minded being down here for like the main base. Oh God, no. Ew. I just wanted some fucking nuts. Why's it gotta be poisoned? I'm gonna try to avoid any like super crazy danger. Damn, this is a pretty area though. Feels like I'm on a little vacation in Pandora. From the Avatar series I keep on neglecting to watch because bringing myself to watch the 3-hour second movie, it's taken me a while to build myself up to it. And now there's the 3rd Avatar movie coming out later this year, just to date this video. I guess I'm gonna have to watch it. I might watch the first movie again at some point too, or well, beforehand. That's the real kicker, is that I do want to watch the first movie before I watch the second one, which then makes it what, like a 5 to 6 hour watch to prepare for the 3rd movie? This place is fucking gorgeous. Like, not so much in the regard of the area we're in is definitely prettier in terms of like, hey, foliage everywhere. But this place is so bright. And it's got the variety because you've got a little bit of desolate, barren fucking land and then foliage and a river. Big rivers. I like it. I'll try not to venture too far, but I would like to take advantage of me being down here by sheer fucking accident. Maybe I can get some stuff to research in the MAM. In particular, some more Mercer spheres would be nice. Oh, this is not a place for me. I was gonna try and sneak up to that because you can very easily sneak past these like little hive nests. But not in that water. Apparently I tried to crouch. You can't do it. It's like just deep enough to prevent you from crouching through it. Hoo-wee. Okay, this is another place with a lot of berries. One thing that's a little bit on the sad side, I feel like I hope they one day increase just as a quality of life. You can only have 250 stamps and markers, which doesn't seem like a big deal at first. But there are well over 250 things on the map to want to mark down. I have experienced that already. I hit the max and I was like, what? Ah, shit. Because I was keeping track of hard drives that I needed to find, or like I had found but didn't have the resources for, / the ones that I had already done. I was keeping track of individual ore veins, or like if I spotted something in the distance, like if I saw that, I could be like, oh, let me mark that down, because you can also do like this. 250 is it's a little too small. I think 500 would be a solid amount. It would just be a simple doubling of the whatever they need, I think. Sometimes game development is a little bit more on the complicated side, and an increase in number is actually a big deal. I don't know. But still, would be nice. It's always weird when you get like a really small limit on something that doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Oh, Jesus. Okay, whatever. I was really worried that the hive was going to activate. Avoiding the plasma fuckers is not a big deal. I can just zoom off. Look at me. Uh-oh. I messed up my jump. Woohoo! Waha! I've never been over here. This place is cool as shit, by the way. This is a super desert. Like the red and brown coloration is really nice. I'm used to the other desert, which is largely just brown. And not even like this same shade. This is very neat. All right, hold on. Let me just, we're gonna do a stamp on that. Maybe I'll come back for it. I do want the hard drive. I need to go back. I did eat. I do have some food. I'll just go ahead and do that real quick. I'm used to running around so far without any food, so I just kind of forgot that I could just heal. Sweet! Quartz.
Unknown crystalline mineral collected. This mineral is composed of the same chemical elements as quartz and may yield similar industrial functions. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Oh, this is not a good area for me. Oh, it needs power. Oh, no. Oh, it needs power. Whoa, Jesus. Oh, I'm full. My inventory's full. No. That's sad. Depressing. Super depressing. I have 85 nuts? Holy hell. That's a lot of nuts. Okay, I don't need the fucking 19 leaves or the 3 copper. That's for sure. Do I have... I probably don't. Hold on. I would need 4 biomass burners again. I think I have just enough. But obviously I need to clear this place out, so let's go in for a fight. How much health does bacon give? 2 segments. 1 segment. Half a segment. Okay, I'm going in. We have enough bacon. This fucking thing. This is priority. This fucker dies. Because he shoots with his face hole. Ow. You're the second priority, because you hurt. Alright. Healing. Oh, Jesus. See, this is what I'm more used to in terms of, like, engaging the enemies, which is why I've been a little bit awkward in fighting these fucking things. Oh god, I stopped my movement. It's very easy to just lose every fucking bit of momentum instantly, huh? Ugh. Okay, alright. This is working out. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I kill things a lot faster than I'm used to, but I don't recall there being a health value to adjust. But maybe I'm just not used to fighting the animals. I largely avoid them. Okay. Ooh, computers. Those are nice. I think I have some computers back at base too. That's pretty huge. All right. Let me double make sure I'm willing to keep everything I've currently got on me. I might get rid of... Needs to be something that I'm fine, because I want to carry the circuit boards and the hard drive from this. Let's try the biomass burners first. I'm not gonna leave them here, kind of a waste of resources if I do, but like, yeah, I need to. Hold on. What I will do real quick is just a personal storage box, so I can fucking organize my inventory at least. God damn. All right. Specifically, I need to split this stack of logs like this for maximum greed. Okay. Mark II pole. Actually, we'll start it this way. Hard drive! Yippee! Alright, what else is on this? Ooh, reinforced plates. Those are useful. Okay, this was a worthwhile trip of me falling down into an abyss. Now I just gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about some of these other resources. Cause I don't know if I'm coming back down here anytime soon. But I would like the plates. The plates are valuable. Sulfur. Sulfur I can leave here, whatever. We know about a vein close by. We've already got our first bit of research on that to find other veins if need be. Copper sheets or whatever. I'm about to... I literally fell down trying to make the automation for it. Is there anything I hold less value than 159 plates? Sort of, I guess it's between the food or the hog remains and stuff. Fuck it. I'll just leave these here. Whatever. If I'm really ever truly desperate for plates, I can always jump down here. I really need to get back up though. Yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit more like actually like using of my random gathered parts. Hold on, I hear the sound of something, but I don't know what. A lot of stuff has like the same fucking... I feel like power slugs Mercer spheres and summer sloops have the same sound. Unsure though. You've been playing for 6 hours. Exhaustion's not okay. I swear to you, they actually do have different messages. Ooh, more quartz. I need that. I didn't see this before. Oh, hey, would you look at that? We have a, I'll do this. There's a hard drive location all the way up there. A little on the far side. Probably not likely to go for it for a while. Unless I get really desperate. But I am used to, like, I didn't know about hard drives for quite a while into my first time playing the game. And obviously, I didn't know which recipes were even that good when I first played the game. So, I am mostly fine not, like, having every single, like, recipe unlocked. I do wish there was kind of an alternative way to get recipes. I think it would be nice if there was, like, an awesome sync equivalent, but, like, research sync, right? Because imagine being like, hey, I need an alternate recipe for my iron ingots, and I'm having bad RNG, especially because as you progress through the game, the shit that you get recipes for expands more and more. So, like, if I were to try to get cast iron screws, but I'm in tier 5 of the game, I might not get it. Like, at all, unless I get 100% of the hard drives that are in the game, right? There's a finite limit on them, but the RNG can still be rough to do. And I think it'd be nice if you could be like, hey, I very specifically want an iron-based recipe. I'm sinking like 1,000 iron ingots into this, or iron plates, or like whatever. Oh my god, something tried to shoot a rock at me. I had to process what the fuck that was. Oh, hell yeah. I forgot about my ramp over here. I'm just being lazy. I could just literally do this. Fucking make a ramp, climb it up from here, and then destroy it behind me. But I was taking advantage of the fact of being down here to look around for stuff. Ow. I'll kill you. I'll fight. I've done it already. Oh, gee. Hey, you know what? Whatever, sure, thank you. You were just trying to help me out. You're looking out for me. That's a good, super big, fluffy tail hog. Yeah, there are a lot of recipes in this game that are kind of like super mediocre versus some of the other ones. And it'd be nice to just offshoot the RNG without necessarily having to hunt things down at random, especially when you already have a lot of people who play the game and don't want to leave their base at all. That's one of the arguments against, you know, the whole hunger bar thing and survival game mechanic, or like base defense. Like, I don't want to leave my base, I just want to do factory stuff, which is fair enough. I'm down for a little bit of combat, which is why I allow the enemies to attack me. Some people make them passive, which sometimes is tempting. Those fuckers can get real annoying, but I gotta let myself fight things occasionally, you know? Yeah, I just think it'd be sweet if you could be like, alright, I've got the MAM, or like some kind of equivalent with like an automated thing. It's slowly accumulating towards, and it could still have RNG, right? It could still just be like, hey, this is gonna randomly generate or randomly choose one of the iron related things. This is randomly going to choose the like a copper related thing, like whatever like resource you're sinking in there. But I think it'd be cool. I'm just thinking of it like, imagine this kind of tree, these like hard drive trees, but like us gradually unlocking it through the sinking of the materials. It feels more like actual research than the more haphazard way we do things here. But yeah, it's fine enough. I just think it'd be cool if I didn't have to like sometimes Google and then RNG hope for the best with the hard drives.
The crystalline mineral was a previously unknown variation of quartz, with uniquely large and flawless crystals, normally only found in synthetic quartz. The industrial application of this mineral will follow that of its synthetic counterpart, specifically in communication and exploration technologies.
Yeehaw! I'm gonna make so many pieces of glass, or well, silicone, really. Let's see. Ooh. Cool. Okay, well, then we kind of have a choice here. Obviously, I'm going for the Blade Runners. So this is the item that gives you a boost on your movement speed. And also makes your, like, because of that, it makes your little slide hopping, like, way faster. You've already seen, like, how crazy it was getting without any upgrades at all. But the Blade Runners take it to a pretty nice new level, and also it reduces fall damage by a fairly decent bit. So, like, I can see why people super rush it, and we're technically gonna kind of do the same now that we have found some of this.
Research completed. Silica recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
All right, let me do a quick little look-sees here. So this is 50 silica. I'm going to add that to my to-do list and also remove this one. 50 silica. You know, honestly, that's really not that bad. Wow, okay. Where's the closest quartz to me? This is worrying. Oh my god. Oh. Oh shit. Okay. Oh wow. Alright, well the one that we are closest to, we got a bunch of impure veins over here. I'm not looking to automate anything for these veins, so I'm just going over there to smash them up a little bit. I'll worry about automating them when I have, you know, stuff like the trucks. Vehicular transportation. But I don't got that. Also, we're never doing fucking jump pads. I mean, I will eventually just to clear it up, but the jump pads suck. I'm sure that some people have gotten great use out of them. I'm not one of them. But alright. Hold on, actually. I need to drop off some of these resources before I do anything crazy. Supercomputer, the slug. I'm gonna mark where those popped up. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, we were just over in that area, although a little on the lower side. Did I ever grab the circuit boards? I don't think I grabbed the circuit boards. Aw, oh, fuck. That's awkward. I went through the whole effort of dropping shit. Or I already... No, because there was like 75 of them, so this is just something we got from earlier. Oof. Oh well, we'll see what ends up happening. Rubber can go away. Industrial beams can go away. Stators can go away. Some of these things are going to be like used pretty immediately. There's also a tech tree that I might go out of my way and just like Google the location of, because it basically gives you like infinite distance storage of like a small stack at first of items. Which basically just means I can like sit there and be like, hey, I have 0 plates in my inventory, but because I threw it into my dimensional depot, I have 200 of them in the void. And then you can obviously keep on increasing it with upgrades and other stuff, which is pretty damn sweet. Hold on, I need to upgrade my hard drive thing. Where is it under Caterium research? No, huh? Okay. I still don't know where the hard drive, the hard drive object scanner upgrade is. It's on one of these tech trees. It might be a quartz. Could be further in Caterium. I don't think so. I don't think it's that far down. It was like some kind of middle thing. This is not it. I don't think. This is alien tech, so this is where I can get the teleporting loot stuff. I'll grab this at least.
Rebar gun and iron rebar ammo unlocked. Your ingenuity towards preservation of fix-it property has been noted. You earned a micro break. And welcome back. I hope you feel refreshed.
Thank you. Yeah, that was the best micro break of my life. I probably will take like a IRL break here. Like the game said, it has been 6 hours overall, probably close in more to like 6.5 to 7 hours. Okay, let's get this rebar gun, especially if I'm gonna go run out there again. Here, take this. Screws. And then I need rods. I wonder what a full stack of rebar ammo looks like. Like I said before, it's not something I really used. So, rebar gun. Very nice. It's very affordable. Ooh, okay, alright. Does this stack up to 100 or 200? I'm gonna lean to 100. I feel like it's 100 max a stack. But I'll take 200. I'll happily run around with 200 ammo, only taking up one slot. Come on, I believe in you. Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright. That's okay. I will just carry around the rebar gun, 2 general stacks of ammo, and I think that should get us probably pretty far. I don't think I'll use all 200 ammo for a long while. And they're cheap, actually, which is surprising. I wonder if you can automate that particular recipe. Rebar. You can! Wow, you can put it in the constructor. Useful if you want to have thousands upon thousands of iron rebars. To be fair, I mean, that wouldn't be a bad, like, fix-it sync thing, I don't think. Like I said before, like, the more item iterations you go through with something crafted, the more worth it is. So at the beginning, it could be fine-ish. Alright. I need to... I didn't realize I had all this copper on me. Have I had it on me the whole time? I should have dropped that. I didn't realize I had all this fucking copper on me when I was down there fighting him for my life. Get out of my inventory. Alright, I'm gonna behave. I'm going to... First, let's reload this. Okay, how does this fire? I couldn't tell where that really went. His crosshairs, not great, but I think it's just a straight shot within 30 meters. Wow, okay, it did a little bit of bullet drop off at the 40 meter mark. Which I assume is what that crosshair is kind of for. So anything I aim for within like a decent range, I think most of my engagements should be within 50 meters anyways. And then it just comes down to worrying about rebar travel time. But okay. Yeah, before I go off to grab some quartz, I really should get my constructors going again and not fall off the edge this time. Let me fix this up a little bit. This is where I wish I had my fix-it shop going. My fix-it sink. I just don't know when I'm going to make it. Maybe once I have coal power. That way I can maybe make some bases, like mini bases that are purely dedicated to like making money. You know, like over here, Caterium, send some of the spare Caterium off to some other little corner for the fix-it shop, because I don't need to like make a single fix-it sink. It can be a bunch. All right, I need to merge. Technically. Nothing too crazy. Oh, whoops. Hold on. What have I done? What have I fucked up here? I thought this was a merger. It is. Oh, the direction of my fucking constructors is what I fucked up. Okay. That's okay. We are rectifying the situation. Just a little on the awkward side. Oopsies. Nope. Huh? I need you to be a different way. Thank you. Okay. You should be able to get away with a bunch of Mark 1s and then ending off with Mark 2, right? Because this is... Oh yeah, I don't even need a Mark 2. Jesus. This is only going to be 30 copper sheets. Let's get a... Actually, I can do this. GaLm. Upgrade to Mark II. There. Alright. Copper sheet production initiated. Now I'll get some wires going. And then maybe have some of those wires go into cables. This actually would probably make a good area to do my first fix-it sink, just to like have extra stuff go. What I think I'd do actually is make a smart splitter fix-it sink, rather than, because we're not really making stuff super fast. I can't really limit the speed of things that hardcore. Okay, for now, let's get a constructor going. We need wires too. Because I stopped all wire production a while ago, and that's not good. Wires. Now we're supposed to do 4 of these. I will probably do it like this. Wire, 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 wire. Okay, and that should use up all of the available 120, and then as soon as I get Mark III, it's all going to be worthless, because Mark III conveyor belts, I think, are 270 per minute. So to then upscale that usage, I would either need to power shard everything or like double the amount of constructors. I'm scared. I'm scared, viewers. I'm scared, but at the same time, it's kind of exciting. All right, how much are these using? 15 minutes. So these should fill up pretty quickly. I just got to figure out where I'm going to eject them, which should be just in the same direction as everything else so far. I will worry about the cable line after this. Actually, I should be careful, right? Let's see. Hold on. Cables burn 60 wire per minute. Okay, that's not that bad. This is going to be 120 wire per minute. So half of it can go to cables, half of it can just stay in the storage box relatively indefinitely. What I can do, I'll do this. I'll flip it like this. I'm going to add a splitter here. And in the future, I will upgrade this into a smart splitter. Any overflow from this, if it ends up happening, can go into a fix-it shop. And then really, I really only need like one constructor for now for cables. Cables are very useful overall, and are going to end up, I think, being used in a few other recipes. Although not yet. Nothing big just yet. But those can just kind of accumulate 30 minutes at a time for however long it's going to be before I need to use them. Cables. I'll do another storage. Just make them even over here. Easy peasy. All right. Hopper is back in business. How's my inventory doing? Oh yeah, we're good to head out. I think the next time I run into a problem, I won't have to worry about dropping a bunch of shit on the ground. Ooh, coal. Oh, I don't know why I'm excited for this. We're literally about to get coal power. Like, soonish. Soonish. I've got some other weirder priorities, but like, we're making it work. I'm actually gonna quickly go back. And I am going to lower the speed on the cable thing because I realize I really need to just accumulate wires. We're gonna do 50% clock speed. Maybe not even. Maybe 25% clock speed. There. I need cables. I need cables. Or wires, rather. Far more than I need the cables at the moment. I need 1,500. At least I can still trickle a few things in. Alright. Oh, cave. Maybe if we're lucky, I can find Sam or something. It would be nice to naturally discover— ah, God, spider! I don't want to discover spiders, actually. I'd very much like to undiscover spiders. It is actually kind of funny. So there is an arachnophobia mode on this, in this. I'm not arachnophobic. I just generally hate fucking fast-moving, creepy crawlies. And I'd probably have a heart attack if a giant person-sized spider being jumped on me. Regardless, right?
This is a shrine to windows and weaving.
The effigy has no song, only echoes, but it is part of a river. Why does the effigy avoid the windows?
Attention. Your brain's operations are outside typical parameters. Time spent daydreaming will be deducted from your sustenance budget.
There is no hunger bar, ma'am, so I'm not worried about a sustenance budget, thank you very much. Oop, okay, alright. This has a little bit of projectile travel time, more than I would prefer. That's okay. Oh, God. Another pure copper vein. I will not have to worry about copper stuff ever running out. Just constantly running out of conveyor belt speed. That's the big worry for a long time until we hit like Mark 4. I think that's when it evens out a lot. I think that's 480 items per minute per belt. And at that point, it really does become a big skill issue if you can't manage it. To just like super upscale everything. Oh fuck, oh god, didn't realize I was gonna get attacked by this shit here. So anyways, yeah, there is an arachnophobia mode for this game, and I've tried it once just because it's kind of a goofy one. And I'm actually more scared of the arachnophobia mode of this game than I am of the actual like stinger / spider monsters. Not because of like functionally it's hilarious. The way it works is it turns everything into a JPEG, basically, of a 2D JPEG of a cat that meows at you. Except that's actually really fucking terrifying. Just because, like, not functionally, I'm not scared of a picture of a cat, but I am easily startled by a bunch of pictures of cats running at me suddenly out of nowhere. Especially because they kind of have like this distortion glitch effect too. It's almost like I'm being chased by like a supercomputer virus. You know? It makes me think back to there's this like genre of Gary's mod videos where people get chased around by 2D JPEGs. And again, functionally, that's not that spooky. It's kind of silly. But it's the fact that like these 2D JPEGs, like the programming of them, or they're just fucking relentless. And they're fast as shit. So the people are running. Oh, lizard duck almost shot the damn thing. The people are running, and then they turn around, and they've got this scary as fuck image just following them faster than they can move. And that's what that reminds me of. But at least they're cats in this, you know? I'd rather the cats than, like, images of something genuinely scary than also going super fast. But I also don't like getting chased around by fast-moving things in games. I think it's my biggest anxiety point for stuff. Oh yeah, we were over here. Why is this back? I'm pretty sure I looted this. Not only did I'm pretty sure I'm looting this, I'm pretty sure I deleted this. Like, dismantled. See? Okay, all right. I might not have dismantled it, you know. Maybe I saw... Maybe I was being chased by this big fucker and didn't know what to do about it, so I just kept it going. On a random note about this whole, this crash site stuff, when I played the game originally in 1.0, you couldn't actually loot these things. Like, you couldn't dismantle them. That just came out when 1.1, within the last few months of the game's release. Which is pretty neat. But the funny part for me is that I never fucking tried in the first place. I had never tried to dismantle the crash sites. It never crossed my mind during 1.0 to even bother. Because I was just like, oh wow, this is a pretty serious place. You know, it'd be like trying, in my mind, it was like trying to dismantle, you know, like a Mercer sphere or like an ore vein. They just seemed pretty important. And they are pretty important. But it is neat to have now. Because, yeah, it gives you a lot of resources that you otherwise would take forever to get. Ah, jeez, okay. I'll put a destruction stamp on here. So going back to talking about like the SAM stuff, unfortunately finding it on like I think a regular playthrough, it's got to be baffling. I did not discover them naturally. I found out like way into maybe like I already had like trains and shit, right? Like by the time I learned that SAM and like the teleporting inventory thing was a thing at all, it was just by happenstance. And then I was like, what the hell is that? In which I googled it and realized my base was literally right next to one of the veins for it. But like it was behind a bunch of poison clouds, which is why I never went into that's why I never checked it out. There was a bunch of poison clouds. I didn't have the thing to stop taking damage from poison, so I didn't go explore the poison cloud cave. To be fair to myself. But some of these SAM sites are just out in the open. I just have to like luck out and try and find them, hopefully. Okay, hold on. I've got a phone alarm going off here. Unfortunately, I can't pause the game, and I'm kind of scared there's other stuff around me. I'm doing a quick little check. In the darkness of the night, I was kind of thinking this might be a cave, but it's not. But, you know what? Actually, this is where I need to go. This is the whole point of my little adventure currently. I'm just trying to get some quartz. Hey, I've got ranged attacks too now, buddy. Yeah, this isn't bad. I slept on the rebar gun for absolute sure. That is my bad. Again, normally I just avoid enemies by doing like little slide hops. When you zoom past a group within like an instant, it's truly whatever. And the melee upgrade that I am trying to get to is pretty good on its own too. Like, it basically, I feel like it doubles the amount of damage you do to basic enemies. And then anything that I was fighting that was big, I just assumed I was basically gonna have to treat like a boss fight. So like, you know, whatever in that regard. But yeah, hopefully I can find one of these SAM site things soon. We'll keep an eye out. Again, I might have to Google it. They're very inorganically hidden, I would say, out of everything in the game. They're like maybe the most random thing to find, because a lot of stuff, you get stuff like this. You find random quartz, random sulfur, random caterium, and that then leads to you finding the SAM site veins. I never found SAM stuff naturally. You know, I found Mercer spheres, I found summer sloops, and you can't fucking use any of those things until you find this SAM material, which is why I have like a little small issue with the fact that it's so hidden without just having to Google it yourself. So, wish it was a little bit better. I wish it just matched with everything else in terms of just like, hey, you find some random SAM shit sitting in the world, and not like a vein. There are the veins in the open, but like, if you're building in one area for fucking 40, 50 plus hours, you may never stumble across it. And I do think that the Dimensional Depot and everything else involving summer slooping is massive. It really is. But okay. I'm gonna just go ahead and grab some of this quartz, and then I need to use the bathroom as well as take my medication. Okay. I used the bathroom. I took my little antibacterial my antibacterial medication. I don't know, like the more like a cooler sounding way to say it is, but I'm on an antibacterial regiment. I go ahead and, oh my god, these take forever. That's fine. We're gonna head back to base. Oh, whoops, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. And fuck it, these can stay here. We'll be back in this area to like properly automate this and have it maybe sent to my base. It is a little on the far side. I might have to do a little sky structure, unfortunately, for this because of its location. But that's okay. While my overall goal is still to be like, hey, cool base structures with a little bit of like a focus on interior usage, windows, all this kind of stuff. Sometimes you just gotta make a concrete bridge in the sky that trucks drive on. I hear something. Honestly, I'm surprised I haven't seen Summer Sloop yet. I'm sure I've walked by it. I know that there's probably a good... Oh, hey, fucking speak of the goddamn devil.
Look through the window and witness a thread.
I'm witnessing a thread. I'm gonna get it too. I'm yanking it. What in the fuck is this? Is this a giant egg? Forget the summer sleep. What is this about?
Be appropriate.
Okay, I'm sorry. What can I drop for this? I'll get rid of the 5 logs.
Harvest the scripture. Compose it into a blood song.
Blood song. That's
The
cool
Summer Sloop
sounding.
was named after Marie Somerville, co-founder of Fixit and head of its R&D department. There are many theories about the origin of this shape and why this symbol mathematically resembling a Mobius strip has found its way to both human and extraterrestrial culture. Thankfully, you don't need to know any of these theories to be a pioneer. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application. Fun fact: the planet you are on was found and named during a planet spotting event Marie hosted named Marie's Awesome Scientific Search of the Avant-Garde Exoplanets.
It's a pretty long name for an avant-garde naming thing. Like maybe she needed help. Alright, we're getting close to the base, I'm pretty sure. With my super full inventory. There should be enough silica to, like, get me sorted for a while. With some of the stuff I want. Whee! Ow. But the big thing is, obviously, I need to make some silica. Hold on. Okay, first I will just go ahead and do the Summer Sloop research. At least I can then use the object scanner to find more.
Summer Sloop analysis completed. Summer Sloops are somewhere between battery and conduit, harvesting energy from pockets of space with complete disregard for the rules of the space-time continuum, and distributing it into its connected ecosystem. This energy,
Let the effigies harvest until the waves reach our shores. Consume.
similarities to the hypothetical force of dark energy to potentially be one and the same. It can now be tracked by the object scanner.
It's good. Should I be concerned about doing blood song things? I don't know. Alright, hold on. How many silicas do I need? Just 50? Okay. I'll make 50 and then we'll make another quick abomination. Or I'll even maybe just use what we have right next to us. I don't have any more Caterium at the moment, so I can just turn it into a silica creation station. Hold up. Take these out and turn it into... Okay, actually I don't need that. I just need this part. Silica! Raw quartz! Have the rest of this for now. Actually, I need like 100 of that. Raw quartz can actually be like turned into another resource, so I will take advantage of that. Quartz! Ooh, right. Right. I need the modular frames. I haven't made any of those yet. Okay. I just need 6. Oh wow, that's 15 hits. 15 hammer hits. Okay, but it's 2 at a time. That makes up for it a little bit. That's rough though, because I'm gonna have to probably make the more modular frames just to make the boots themselves, the Blade Runners.
Blade Runners unlocked. Equipped to run faster, jump with greater force, and decrease fall damage that might otherwise have lowered your value to fix it.
Oh yeah, I'll get to work right on that. What do I need? Silica, 3 modular frames? I can make that work. Thankfully, we've got our little machine here. It might take a while to pump out all the silica I need, but I think this is fine for my purposes. Oh yeah, we just needed 20. Alright, so you can see my little run speed without the Blade Runners. It's decent, it gets us around. And then We put this on and whoo, we're zooming. This almost feels like double the speed. And then, you know, you combine double regular running speed with your sliding and bunny hopping. Whee! You can genuinely go faster on, like, if you have a straight flat surface, you can go faster than some of the vehicles in this game. It's pretty crazy. But of course, again, then, you know, it does require, like, not necessarily flat all the time, but, like, you know, you can't do uphill. Anything uphill, just whoop, done. There may be a way to make it work on with just these, but I think you need stuff like a jetpack. Just use a jetpack to avoid the uphill part. Alright, let's see what else I can get with quartz. You do have other types of rebars that I could be trying to research?
Research completed. Quartz crystal recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
Okay, alright. So let's look at what we got. We have shatter rebars, which I don't know. It could be a shotgun rebar thing. You do also unlock the Explorer for 100 modular frames. Jesus. I don't have any frame production at the moment. That's something I'm going to have to solve, but golly. I'm poor at the moment. Crystal oscillators as well. That's going to be rough. I don't know if I'm going to end up using the Explorer in any, like, super useful way. I'm just in such a terrain challenged area. But I do want to use vehicles overall. One thing in particular is I want to make sure to automate my vehicle usage a good bit. The first time I played through the game, I didn't really... I had like one truck automated, maybe like 70, 80 hours into the game. But I mean, we're like, right, we can make that way earlier on. We're only like 6, 7 hours in the game. I can get a tractor, right? A tractor, the truck station, and then you can automate these things to move stuff from further locations. I'm going to take advantage of that eventually. All right. Let me just double check what I want to do with quartz. Because you do need to make quartz crystals at some point. But I think I'm just going to slack on that for a while. Because the only thing I would really want is crystal oscillators for using signs. But I don't even have a fix-it shop at the moment, so that doesn't necessarily matter for me. Wait, how long have I had fucking 5 raw quartz in here? Oh, shit. That's okay. 5 raw quartz is nothing. Anything else I might want to scan before I do this hard drive? Stun rebar? Sounds cool. The zipline is a neat little tool. It allows you to attach yourself to power lines to transport yourself. Which is very useful if you set up lines for that purpose. But if you don't do it, it's a lot less useful. Like, when you look at my mess of a base, nothing really screams at me like, yeah, I could use that to travel. Like, this isn't the time and place for it at the moment, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I swear to you. What else? Don't have enough sulfur. Power slugs. I could research that, sure. Where's the yellow one? Just for the hell of it. Yellow power slugs.
Research completed. Yellow power slugs are further into their life cycle than blue power slugs, and thus have more potential energy stored. They can now be processed into power shards.
Yay. I can get a bunch of power shards. And I can research purple power slugs, which need 25 modular frames, 100 copper sheets. That's not too bad. Eventually, any resource that's daunting at first will eventually have hundreds, thousands, tons and tons and tons of them. Almost never ending. We're just not at that part. We're in the struggle bus portion of the game, and that's gonna last quite a while. I want this. But it's not going to be my major priority until maybe halfway through this phase. I think if I haven't found a SAM site by the time I'm done with, like, up to advanced steel production, I think by, like, Logistics Mark III advanced steel production, that's a good time to get SAM and get to work on, like, dimensional depots and stuff. It's nice to have it a lot beforehand. I've gotten these things like super quickly. You can get them like set up within like an hour, if you really want. But we're okay for now. Let me research the barrel nuts because I really want to make the next items. Maybe.
This fruit, dubbed the barrel nut after its distinctive color, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
That's an expensive item. Don't have those right now. Shit. I really wanted to like have... You can eventually turn food and like animal parts into healing items, right? Like, look, medicinal inhaler. And you can do this with either, like this one is a protein inhaler. It uses meat and barrel nuts and I guess rotors. Or motors? I think it's rotors. Hold up. Rotor. Yeah, that's rotors. But then you can also do the other one, which just combines like a bunch of the different plant stuff. I guess I'm just a little out of luck on that front. That's fine. Let's get a hard drive going. What were these? Wire, ingots. This. Ooh. Well. I do have copper sheets being made, but not that many at the moment. It's like 30, I think. Yeah. But it would still, I'd still be getting 10 a minute. It might be time for me to expand that way. Oh, speaking of which, let me let me check real quick. How is my production doing up here? The screws are stalling out because of course they are. Okay. Alright. That's not as bad. I'm worried about, like, having a full stack somewhere and not realizing it until I'm, like, many, many minutes too late to stop it from happening. Like, that's kind of getting halfway there. Obviously, anything involving ingots is pretty full at the moment. I just don't have the appropriate infrastructure, but we're slowly working on it. This might be full. Yeah, that's super full. I'm gonna go quickly drop off some of this stuff. Oh, and I should check on the wire. Going on, organize. Yep, that should be good enough. How are my wires? It hasn't been too long, so I'm not super expecting anything. Oh, but I got what I needed. Oh no. Oh no, question mark? Hey, Barry. Holy shit, Barry! Electromagnetic control rods? Jesus Christ, where the fuck did you find that? God damn. Yeah, some of the stuff these dogs find are like, they're so out there. Holy shit. I am gonna... That's going into the awesome sink. That's for sure. Okay. So what's going on here? These are full. So I guess I'm just using too much power? Yeah. Okay. That's fair enough. We have a lot of stuff going on right now. I think what happened there is because I unclogged the rods here, I managed to just barely fucking stop my own chains going. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I'm just gonna turn in what I've got, and then we'll restart the power. It might be time for me to make some more biomass burners. And have all of these wires.
Milestone reached. The Xeno Basher is a direct upgrade from the Xeno Zapper. In the words of the engineer that first developed this tool, quote, "The Zapper kind of electrocutes things, the Basher straight up smacks stuff, while also electrocuting them," unquote. It is beneficial during encounters with aggressive fauna, and has been tested thoroughly. The engineer's noble sacrifice for Xeno research will not be forgotten, whoever they were.
Did they die testing this thing out? That doesn't sound very useful at all. But okay, sure. I've tested it out in other lives. Ooh, 500 wire. My bad. Bada bing. Not that I'm necessarily gonna use this super hardcore, but it's nice to have a melee option backup. Now that I've got this rebar gun, though, it's a big game changer. But this is cool. I think I skipped the animation because I was swinging. Maybe you can try it again. Aw, it's huge. I mean, look at this. It's huge. Holy shit. Alright, let's see what I can manage. Some of this stuff I'm gonna probably have to toggle off. Because I will do the biomass expansion, but I don't want to like have the entire base off while I do it. Grr. What can I turn off? It doesn't help that I don't really fully know my super weak point, because when you turn... Fuck's sake. The problem is once you've blown a fuse, the place doesn't turn on long enough to find out how much production you gotta fucking lower. That's on me, though. I should have kept track of my base. But I gotta like turn off like I got like 3 things. It should also be, I'm pretty sure anything that's like plugged in and isn't being used doesn't actually take up power. That adds to the maximum potential power usage, which is the blue bar, which obviously is way higher than other stuff. But there's a lot of stuff that I have that's already inactive in my base. I don't know what to go for. I'll just turn off all this fucking iron production, I guess. That should be a good 16 power. You've got to be kidding me. Okay. What the fuck is going on? Everything was fine, just like 5 minutes ago. Damn, it's not gonna be enough to scan it, but yo! Unless, no, you need 10. Fuck. I don't mind needing to go out there and hunt for the damn thing once you can scan for it. Just mind that you gotta find 10 of the damn thing to find it, and it's one of the only things that you can't find unless you find the vein in the first place. And at that fucking point, what's the point of scanning for it? This is a rhetorical question. Obviously, you want to like use that for plenty of things. I'm very well aware of where the SAMs can be used, but goddamn. All right, what am I gonna do? Fucking. Okay, everything's getting turned off over here. I guess we're just saying goodbye to my entire production line because the base is being dumb. And I don't know, like, what the fuck is happening. Jesus Christ. Okay. Sorry, that was weird. Because, like, obviously I know my overall max consumption is way higher than my actual capacity right now. So what was probably happening is I was genuinely using, like, fucking 40 plus more megawatts than my current capacity. But it's just nuts that, like, just beforehand, like, the bar that showed was like, oh, you were using 160 of 180. Crash. Like, that isn't useful fucking information. That seemed like I barely needed to do anything. Jesus. You know? Oh, yeah. Alright, at least some things we have some backlog on. Like, that's one of the big benefits of having all these damn storage depots. Some people don't do storage depots. Like, at all. They just run their base with 100% efficiency, which is great for them. But look at this. Hee hee hee. I don't gotta worry about this shit running for a while. Okay, let's see what I got hard drive wise. We got a really useful recent recipe. Ooh, stitched iron plates is pretty useful. Iron plates and wire rather than screws. Ooh. Oh shit. It's a little too late, but the idea of it is cool. Especially I'm envisioning iron wire plus iron plate or stitched iron plate. You could use one iron vein to make reinforced plates. And obviously anything else that requires wire. Whoa. It's tempting. It's tempting. For both of those, just specifically that combination. Yeah, it's probably gonna happen that way. What do I need for rotors anyways? Rods and screws. I mean, hey, that cuts down on screw usage. Though I do also still need to make my cast screws. It's a mess. It's a mess. but it's a mess that will work itself out eventually. And by work itself out, I mean I gotta do all the work. Alright. I need more biomass burners. How am I gonna do this? Oh, I need wires. Deja vu. Let me go grab those. What else do I need? It should just be the wires. I'll get a stack of rods too. Rods. There we go. Okay. So this burns 4 per fuel. 120 divided by 4, 30. I could have, technically, I could add 24 more biomass burners. So that I'm burning 120 biofuel per minute. I don't think I will build that many because we are again about to go into coal power. And once I'm in coal power, like I don't touch biofuel again for a while. There are some other uses for it, but for power stuff, it's just so much work. Hold on, let me do this. Just double making sure. Yeah, that works out. Okay, we'll do this. This can get dismantled because it's not really at the edge. Oh, whoops. It's just a little awkward when you're trying to put things down on 2 different sides. There is a hologram rotation thing that I don't really know how it works. I've never really like messed with it, but I noticed it while looking at the settings earlier that you can have it relative to your, like rotate relative to yourself. Spawn facing player, always face player. But I guess I'm just used to the static option, so we'll stick with that. At the very least here, while I won't go into like 26 biomass burners, I can at least extend the line as much as possible. How am I gonna do this? I think originally my plan was I was gonna like lift this up with a conveyor belt and then have it split off from there. But I'm running out of space. Here's what I could do. Especially since this is a little off-center. I tried to make them line up, but it didn't work out. Okay. I am so sorry. This is how it must be. Okay. Let's get a conveyor belt all the way down here. I'm doing some scalability here. I do need to remember that biomass burners only use fuel when they need to. So while it's not super pretty to have all of these here without like an appropriately thought out setup, it will still be useful. Just in case things go terribly wrong again at some point. All right, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 14 new biomass burners. Golly. So at least we'll have double the power to work with while I try to get coal going, which really shouldn't be too much of a problem. It just comes down to I need to probably handcraft some coal or some rotors. Or I could behave, sort of, and make it through other means. I could do copper rotors. It's just that this is a decent recipe by itself, but it's a great recipe with iron wire where you can suddenly turn iron into a whole nother fucking material. Especially when this is, I feel, very easily scalable. But I could do copper rotors. All I would have to do is throw 500 screws into an assembler. What's the regular rotor recipe? Iron rods and screws. Yeah, that one's fine too. Whatever. All right. We'll behave. I'm grabbing these recipes. Will I use them? Unknown. It would be nice to. One little strategy that you can do with these hard drives is anything. There's only one of a recipe. There's only one of a recipe among 60 plus of whatever there actually is for the finite amount of recipes there are. So when you have a roll with two things on it, you can leave it there in the hard drive machine. And then you won't have to worry about getting those rolls again, which is nice if you get just bad choices. Both bad. Both choices awful. Chainsaw. It's time to get some more wood. Yeah, you can kind of use that to mitigate some of the RNG of it, but we've just had some really good choices over and over again. I've had some runs where I'm just getting bad stuff over and over and over again. Just stuff that just doesn't work with what I'm using. Because you can even get some recipes that are literally unusable within the tech phase they're using. It requires a material you literally can't even harvest for another possibly 10, 15, 20, 30 plus hours. At that point, it's wow, that's... that can just stay in there. only real downside for all these biomass burners is I need to gather a ton of resources for them now. But I think I'll do the same thing as before. 500 wood. Oh, well, okay, we have 708 already. I guess I'll do 1,000 wood. 1,000 wood, 2,000 leaves-ish. And then that should handle us for a while. Definitely long enough for me to get coal power up. And then we'll see what the closest coal place is like to me. One thing I struggle with coal power is making it very scalable. So we'll see if I can do a better job of it this time around. Oh my god. Die. We're gonna put these down and then forget about them forever. Hopefully not really, but these are, because this is an impure vein, these are gonna take forever to fill up. I'm not gonna stick around for that. But if I ever do need to be like, hey, let's get some sulfur. I think 300 sulfur should set me up for a while. Sorry, got myself fucking taking out every single tree. Is this a mushroom? Oh, hell yeah.
The fruit of this fungus-like flora does not seem to show much potential for use. However, its mycelial network is worth further investigation. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Okay, one-shotting stingers, or at least these baby stingers, is huge. These scary fucking things. Hello? Oh shit. Oh, it tripped. Okay. I thought it died immediately. That had me confused. Oh, fuck. There's 3 of them. There's 3 hogs. Did I get the hawk remains? Okay, yeah, I did. It's not like there's like a real sound effect or anything when it happens. I wonder where the closest hard drive is. Something's nearby, but I need to go back in. I gotta grab that purple slug before I forget about it. I think I might Google what I need for the hard drive. I've genuinely forgotten what I need to do to research hard drives on the object scanner, and I just haven't found it. It's really surprising. It might just be, again, like it's probably further in one of the other electronic-based tech trees, Caterium stuff, quartz stuff. Which really just further backs what I was saying beforehand about it being a little ridiculous to get. I'm gonna get fucking jump scared here in a second. I got quick footsteps. That means stingers. Worrisome. Scary. Alright. Meanwhile, I'll grab as many of these mushrooms as I can. Now these do allow us to make a gas mask, which will allow me to obviously deal with the poison gas that's all over the place. It also eventually gives you another way to make another healing item, but I don't think I ever used it that way. Oh, fuck. My inventory. It's full. Oh, and it was a fake full too. That sucks. Sometimes you just gotta reorganize stuff in your inventory. What the? Oh, okay. That's just the underlying structure that builds the world. Alright, let's head back to base. I got what I came out here for, just tons and tons of materials for making power. And I got a little bit extra too. A little bit of mushroom. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. When I first played the game earlier this year, I didn't find mushrooms for like 70, 80 plus hours of playtime. Like, I had figured there was a way to deal with the poison gas, but I just didn't know where to find it without Googling. Because I was in a starting area that the only way to find mushrooms in the area that I was in the first biome was by going into like caves like that one. And none of the caves I went into had them, unfortunately. Cables. Okay, thanks, Barry. Still useful, I suppose. Leaves. Wood. You can have all of this and all of this. Alright, did I ever upgrade these all the way? Okay, that one I don't need to. It does 60 and puts out 300 per minute, so I'll actually do an upgrade on that. Oh, I don't need to. Everything is Mark II already. What about in the in-between lines? Those are good. That needs to be upgraded. This puts out 60 per minute, so that belt is fine. And then we'll see how well these fill up. These were apparently starting... It's a good thing I did that. These were starting to empty out on their own in general. Yeah, at 60 production a minute, I guess I have to worry more about that. Let's do... that should be 20 times 4. I am technically... Holy shit, that's the first time I've seen one of those things fly. This little guy right here, anytime I've seen them, they've just been on the ground yelling at the sky. And then that's it. They run away or they just keep doing that. Or like they waddle. I've never seen them flap their wings until that moment right there. Jesus. Anyways, technically my fuel output isn't gonna match like what we're actually making here, which is a little awkward. But I think it'll still even out. It just comes down to, I think one thing I do. Okay, no, that's still already Mark II, I think. Yeah, it's just gonna be a slow process. Because this down here is 6 times 4, 24. So then the rest of it will do this. Slowly go upwards. And just barely fill out the new stuff. But I would like the new stuff to be full now. So that's unfortunate. That's gonna take a while. I would need to like overhaul my my biofuel production by a lot more than I'm currently willing to bother with when we're right around the corner from coal. Okay. Let's research mycelia. Maybe there's some other fun things on here.
The mycelial networks of these fungi possess unusually resilient hyphae, which show potential for making a strong but lightweight natural fabric. Additionally, it has similar medicinal and pest control applications to mycelia on Earth.
Yeah. I'll be taking one of these. I need the biomass for research, apparently. I want to see how far I can get on this tech tree. I gotta make the biomass first. You can also turn the mycelia into biomass. Okay. What does this do? I mean, it becomes fabric, which then will probably be the gas mask. Oh, the parachute! I forgot about that!
Research completed. Fabric recipe unlocked. New mycelia research available.
All right. And then you have the medical properties, although there's two of them. So what the fuck is the second one? I know there's an inhaler. Is there a secondary inhaler? Oh, there is. Oh, shit.
Medical properties of local mycelia established. New research options available. Medical inhaler variants.
Okay. These are efficient. Holy shit. One bacon, one protein. Or 5 berries. You know, obviously got to deal with the mushrooms. But like, look how many we can get. There's also a couple of areas that have like a lot of mushroom stuff. Like the trees drop mushroom / mycelia. So, yeah. Those aren't bad costs. But let me at least get these other items first. The parachute, I have never used a parachute. Because like I said before, the first time I played the game, I didn't have mushrooms until long after they were slightly irrelevant for me. We'll try this out. It could potentially save my life. There's also a little bit of an exploit with it where like if you use the parachute and you go up a wall / like a slanted slope ever so slightly the right way, it actually makes you go up. So you can use it to climb up stuff. I just don't know how hard it is.
Parachute unlocked. Fix-It appreciates your willingness to descend rapidly to perform your duties, but damaging Fix-It property is a breach of contract and will have unpleasant consequences. Improve descent efficiency by combining the forces of gravity and drag with a parachute.
All right. I have... Oh, I got the research, but I actually have to make the parachute, which is 20 fabric. Okie dokes. I can make just enough for it. Okay. Parachute. See if I use this at all. Alright. Is it a hand slot item? It's a... Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. Whee! Hey! Fuck it. Yeah. I'll take it. I never used it before, so I didn't know how it worked. It's basically, in terms of functionality, it's the same as the jetpack in terms of just like you hold space and then it does stuff. I like this. It kind of lets you keep some of your momentum a little bit. Oh! Whoa, look at that! Look at that! That's what I was talking about, the going uphill. Okay, that's actually not that bad. I don't know how consistent it is. That is a ramp, so it's a pretty smooth surface. Maybe other things will be a little bit more awkward. I'm testing. It's not a great area to test it, but let's find out. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, okay, all right. So as long as if you touch something that's just a little bit sloped and doesn't like end off on something you can like stand on, you can ascend with it. Holy shit. Okay, this is way too easy to abuse. At that point, it might as well just be a feature of the game. God damn. Okay, acceptable. I'm glad we researched that. Pleasant big surprise. Like I said before, I had at least read about that, so like I knew of the functionality when I had learned about the parachute stuff. And thankfully, apparently at some point in early access, parachutes were like a one-time use, but now it's infinite use, so like that's a lot more actually worth it. I'm still just enjoying our new toy. Whee! This is where it's a little interesting. The like still going uphill with the parachute, even though it is technically land that you can get on. I'm curious how the functionality of that is. Okay, let me get back to base. I won't super duper try to like go out of my way to use it, but you know, pure curiosity will probably take me around to a lot of places. At least when I say use it, like I'll obviously use it for whenever I need to just glide around my base in general and like drop down to a safe height. But in terms of exploiting it to ascend up entire mountains, I'll probably still just make ramps. Or eventually get like the jetpack and jetpack up. Whee! That's so bizarre. Okay. I'm doing a double check. Let's see how these are going so far, fueling up wise. Once I reach the point where everything is at least like 20 fuel in each one, I think that's a solid area to start in. But I do think, yeah, I might have overexpanded my fuel capacity just a bit beyond what we were actually ready for. Not in terms of the physical amount, but in terms of the production amount. Definitely not matching what I need. Let me see something. So how much biomass am I getting? That's the real question. Because this is putting out 60 per minute, which then combines with this at 300 per minute. So this is like super bottlenecked. I don't know what to do about that. Yeah, it's definitely affecting my overall biofuel production. Oofs. Oh well. What's my capacity at? Sheesh. It's even lower. I think I'll just turn it on, and whatever happens, happens. Anything that is not needed will hopefully just keep their fuel in them anyways. So we're going to take advantage of that. Let me get some power going. Upgrade the pole to Mark II. I'm finally gonna just say screw it and do this. Okay. Let's get these on. All right. Look at this. It's just becoming a mountain. We have 600 capacity. Holy shit. I doubt we'll ever, like, constantly hit that, just because of the way things are, but I can at least start flipping some shit back on in my base. Alright. This is off. This is on. These I know are off. This entire little assembly line. I wonder how much they ate into my ore supply here. Hey, wow, look at that. We're like just running out. Holy shit. Great timing, I guess. Maybe not perfect. Yeah, this one's kind of at the very edge of its usage. Is this full? Oh, shit. Alright, what do I need for an awesome sink? Awesome sink is affordable. That's all. 15 reinforced plates, 30 cables, 45 concrete. We got plenty of that. Okay, I am going to put an awesome sink down here, but I'm not going to connect it to anything. Because if I connect it to this, this is just going to empty out, and I do want to keep it on standby just in case. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I will connect this awesome sink to something. It will just be a separate storage container that I will put stuff into. So we'll burn through some of this, take that, drop it all off, take a couple more. Bam. And then these one we save for ourselves. All right. Yeah, just power this on. I gotta start making money. So this does start off, the points you need for a coupon starts off small, and then it accumulates more and more, just like, I feel like really ridiculous, like exponentially. Like it becomes real expensive to get coupons. So I need to be a little efficient, but coupons are basically infinite to get technically. Since it's just putting infinite resources into the damn thing, they just cost so much. I wonder if there's an upper limit, like an absolute cap on how high the coupon thing can go. I don't know. And then I do need to like use the DNA point stuff at some point. I'll go ahead and put down a little awesome sink here. There's our awesome shop. There are a lot of things I would like. Oh, do I have the customizer, by the way? Is that unlocked? Oh, shit. That's probably been unlocked for a while. I forgot. I thought about it a few hours ago, and then, like, I got distracted and just didn't even check. So, hey, you do have the customizer. You can swap fucking colors on a lot of stuff. I mean, look at this. Dramatic color swap. What I am going to do we're gonna do two things. One, we'll test the water width. We'll see how it looks. I'm gonna swap. If you swap anything in this main line up here of default stuff, it will change anything into that color. And so now you can see my entire base using the default colors is now green, which is kind of neat. I haven't really done it. This is like my second time trying this out, and the first time was only a few days ago on on a different save. So this will be interesting. The other part of what I usually do, what I did in the first save that I played, I had kept things like I didn't change the default colors at all because I didn't know that was a functionality until long afterwards. But I did change the color of structures depending on what they put out. So I would be like, hey, this thing puts out, you know, this puts out water, and I would color it blue. This thing puts out coal, I would color it black. This thing puts out iron, I would color it like gray. And so we'll probably still do that a little bit once I'm in a more set up place. But I think we'll be fine with this. We're gonna change this. I am curious, actually, hold on. What do we want to do with foundations? Because I could do this too. Every foundation just dark. It might fix one of the things I don't super like. I don't really like the regular foundation look. What about shiny black? Ooh, look at that. That's kind of neat. The only downside is it is a little bit hard to see down here in the dark. But that is one of the reasons why we also need to do the Awesome Sync Shop. Unfortunately, everything that involves light in this game is an Awesome Sync or an Awesome Shop purchase. We wouldn't have seen it earlier when I was first checking out the Awesome Shop because it's all Caterium shit, right? So we need street lights, floodlights, indoor lighting. Indoor lighting is my goal to go through, but we need steel for that, unfortunately. I guess I could try street lights out. What's my coupon looking like? You can also kind of use signs as a source of light, but it's very, very small, and it uses a lot of quartz, which I don't really have a lot of right now, so those can wait. These I want to get like pretty quickly because rather than always relying on poles, you can instead like throw down just a tiny little node on a wall. You can also, it's something I haven't used a lot because I forget about it a lot, but if you get the wall outlet thing, you can actually use them on roofs. Like if you place them from the underside of a foundation or something, it will just turn into like a wall node, but upside down instead. It almost makes me wish you could just throw it on the ground then. It's weird that you don't have that option. Or at least anytime I've tried to use it that way, it didn't work out. But okay, let me grab these coupons. Our first purchases, print coupons. All right. Oh god, I forgot you have to buy the Mark II versions of these too. That's okay. A lot of times I just use the power outlets as like a way to transfer power between just a couple of floors or like just a couple of walls. It's not usually the main way I do stuff. Let me see something. Where are you, customizer? This is, as I've said before, my favorite foundation. They just look good. They look cool. It's like a brutalism kind of architecture. So maybe I'll go for that first. I really don't think I'm going to use these wall power outlets too immediately. Let's get my favorite thing first. Customizer, concrete foundation. Not to be confused with asphalt foundation, which I have done a couple of times because I didn't see the option over here. Bye all.
All fixed vetted materials are tested for toxins, hallucinogens, and other biologically adverse effects. Pioneers are advised not to immerse themselves in these materials, and not to lick, eat, breathe in, or otherwise consume them.
I will do my best, ma'am. I will not try to lick any of the walls. Or materials. Fuck. Everything else that I do care about is locked behind basic steel production. Shoot. That's okay. We'll get there eventually. What can I buy for 2 coupons so I don't forget? I should be, yeah, okay. We'll just do this. Yippee! Wall power outlets, purchase. She didn't say anything that time. Okay. So one of the things you can do, and I'm going to take advantage of, let me actually check if Barry has anything else. So because items in the Awesome Sync scale so dramatically, holy shit. If you do end up getting like more endgame items or something. Oh wow, these had a lot of holy shit, I didn't realize how much iron these things had on standby. I still have to like turn shit on in my base. I think we're relatively good now. Whoops. What was I doing? Oh yeah. So endgame stuff can be sold for a lot. Is where I was gonna go with that. Or just like things that are much further down the tree, and so you can end up getting like 50 coupons, like instantly if you find enough like rare stuff. So let's see if I can luck out with this. There's some things I still want to keep for ourselves, so I will behave, but I can do stuff like this, and this, and this. Holy shit! Oh my god! Wowie. So like I said, you can sometimes end up with a ridiculous amount of money from selling high tier stuff. Holy fuck. It was kind of an exaggeration when I said that I would get like over 50. I was just being hyperbolic. I was expecting more like 20 to 30, but god damn. Oh my god, I could like purchase everything. I'll do it. 57 coupons. Okay, let's get my favorite stuff. Some of this stuff I sometimes feel like I shouldn't be like fucking locked to the Awesome Shop at all. But it's such a small issue. But yeah, things like windows. Windows should not be in the Awesome Shop. Let me have windows from the beginning without having to be like weird. Okay. What else could I do? Regular ladders. Concrete pillar sets. Catwalks might be interesting too, but I've never really used them. So I don't know what to do with them. We'll do industrial railing, metal barriers. Ventilation bundles, the fans are just there for funsies. That's pure cosmetic. But a lot of this other stuff you can do fun things with, like the tilted walls or ramps and stuff. You can, if you're creative enough and smart enough, I'm not, you can use those to like create whole other like looking structures. I will probably just be making giant rectangle blocks of varying different combinations of rectangle blocks.
If you sense your productivity slipping when it gets dark, don't worry, this is perfectly natural. Fortunately, fix-it lights allow you to never experience wasteful darkness ever again.
Yippee, I can get lights. Alright, I'll go ahead and grab these even though I cannot afford them at the moment.
Where did you leave your lizard doggos? What's in this storage container? Where did you put the essential components needed to save humanity? Do you wish there was text to prevent you from constantly taking the wrong turn? Disguise your struggles to comprehend the complexity of your surroundings with signs.
I love signs. I'm gonna try and use them as much as I can. I don't know about corner pieces. I should use corner pieces. But I guess out of the stuff that we still don't have, my priority will be window walls and all this stuff too. Just give me doors, give me windows. And then we'll see where things go from there. I do need to save up a little bit for the structure set. Stairs are cool too. Okay. Let me reset this foundation stuff. By the way, I don't really like it that much. Light does not look good on this. I don't know what the default was. Okay, they keep it. Though I do also need to change it from shiny to matte. Oh no. Default. Default's kind of like a half in between of the two. That was kind of scary. One thing I do wish that you could do with the swatches. So the way that it works, you have these swatches down here. They function the same way as this area up here. So if you change the colors on this and anything you painted was that color, they will swap around. Which is alright once you know about that functionality. But the way I was treating things in my original playthrough was I was using these as like quick swap colors. So I was like, alright, I need blue. So I'd make something blue. And then at some point, it'd be like, okay, well, I need to swap a color around. Let me swap this out. And then, oopsies, I've turned all of my blue structures into like red without knowing. The way you get around this is by using the custom swatch. But I almost wish that there were maybe like more custom swatch slots so that you can be like, hey, I'm constantly using like black and then like white and then like a specific shade of green. Instead, what you end up having to do is you have to use presets, which is fine. It's just it's a little bit of extra work that I feel didn't necessarily need to happen there, with just a couple more slots, just 2 or 3 more. Because then you could have your favorite custom colors while still keeping potential swatches for other uses. But to be fair, to their credit, a lot of these swatches are useful enough for my purposes. They're not like great color combinations, but when I need to just be like, hey, this is a sulfur building, yellow is fine, right? Like, it worked out. Okay, tangent over. Let me figure out what I need to do next. I guess I need to get coal power going. I've been dilly-dallying on that long enough. That means I need rotors. Oh boy. Okay. Rotors. We're gonna do the misbehave thing first. Whilst I make the actual structure to support making this, I need to do something else. Also, I think it might be time for me to dismantle the hub. Actually, it's time for me to fucking move all the shit out of the hub and then do that. Oh my god. Okay. Forget about the hub. I'm running out of space again. Running out of space again. Might be time to make another floor. Okay. Let me see what I can afford right now. Because unfortunately, like I said before, silica is used to make, like, glass. So you can have windows. Oh, jeez. That sounded painful. But yeah, I just don't have a fuck ton of silica. So I'm a little wary about using it. But I've got a decent enough bit. Let me check something. I think I had something else remaining for quartz. That involves silica. Yes, the extra 6 slots.
Pocket dimension now extra dimensionalized with additional dimensional capacity.
That's good. How many dimensions can you cram in there? Enough, I suppose. Just double checking. If there's anything I can do. I think I might grab the zip line just for the hell of it. Caterium.
Zipline unlocked. When equipped, the zipline facilitates travel along power lines, regardless of whether the line is powered. Note: based on previous Pioneer events, Fixit recommends not using zip lines during thunderstorms and typhoons or while drinking coffee.
Oh. Well, thankfully, there are no typhoons or rain in the game at the moment, which is an amusing thing because they want to add rain into the game at some point. It just hasn't happened yet. I think that'd be cool. I do love the occasional weather effects, and sometimes you'll get moments in this game where it's like super foggy, and well, that's about it. Sometimes it's super foggy. Obviously, you have your different times of day, and since it's an alien planet, you get sometimes very different looking skyboxes whenever you actually do look up. Giant gas planet, lava planet looking place above us. The sun, a sun? I don't know how many suns are in this system. Okay. Hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Let's make the zip line before I forget it. Oh, it needs a zapper. Okay. Didn't expect that. Forgot about that. But makes sense. It's a handheld device. Like so. Whee! Oh my god, that was fast. I wasn't expecting that. Alright. Well, my movement options are, you know, gradually evolving, even if they are not fully where I need them to be, but some of that's on me. I can make a zipline network for my base, really, and I might do that. It's technically cheaper to do that than constantly using a ladder. But I'll worry about that later. I'm good enough for now. Alright, what else? do we have here? Okay. Signs require plates, and I think those are actual quartz crystals. Yeah. Which I don't have any of those. I turned everything into silica, so whoopsies. What about streetlights? Not bad. I might put some streetlights down here because it's scary dark. Whoa. Unless the sun comes through suddenly. All right. Let's get some light flowing through these. Yeah, I kind of figure that they're pretty one direction for the light. But that is okay. Yay! Let there be light, my dog. Are you okay in here? Everything's gonna be fine, Barry. We finally have what we need to get you a window. You still aren't allowed to like go too high up because you'll run to me. And then I'll lose you, because I'm just hopping all over the damn place. What do gates cost? Pioneers pass through a wall, snaps to foundation other walls. Okay. Automatically opens when living beings or vehicles approach it. Automatic roll-up gate large enough for all commonly used fixit vehicles to fit through. That sounds huge. Yeah, the whole I had to think about that for a second. I'm like, well, that means the truck. God damn. The truck is huge. Like, if you haven't seen it yet, it has to be able to fit through that. So, you know. It's not a regular truck. It's a space truck with extra fun things. Okay. How can I make this a more enriched space for my dog? Oh my god, just fucking find concrete immediately, okay? Barry! Barry, come over here! I gotta get him unstuck from the wall. Barry, come on! Come to the dark corner, Barry! Here, I'll light it up a little bit more. Alright, this can go to Mark II pole. So that I can get some light going in here. I might need to buy the color switch thing, because this is bright. This is bright white. Hold on, I gotta go back up to the awesome sink. See, the only sad thing about like throwing all those like end game items into here is now the coupon cost is massive. It's gonna be a while for us to accumulate those again. But, oh well. Things are costly, scary. Light control panel. Alright. I don't appreciate it that much. Oh, I need the fucking AI limiters. Alright, hold on. Did I have that researched already in Caterium? I don't think so. Yeah, here we go. That's one of the reasons why I got the copper sheets. I forgot about that.
Research completed. AI limiter recipe unlocked. New Caterium research available.
Where is... Oh, really? Okay. What does the AI limiter require? Oh. I'm out of quick wire. That's fine. I can make this work. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. This is where I need to go back and grab some more Caterium. But in the meanwhile... light control panel... Oh, right, fuck. Ugh. I can make 3 of them. I can make 3 of them for this. It's whatever. I can only make 4 of them. Sheesh. Okay. So the light control panel does control, like, every fucking light on the map. So unfortunately, it can be a little bit on the harder side to make things specific to what you want. But that's okay. So let's get this hooked up. And we'll change the default color to something else. No lights connected. How in the fuck? What do you mean no lights detected? Okay. There you go. I had it on the wrong slot. Ooh. Night mode. Okay, I want to make one of these orange. I'm pretty sure you can make one of them orange. Like actually change the color. Yeah, here you go. Edit. I want something on the warm side. Maybe a little... No, you know what? Honestly, yeah, that's fine. I mean, maybe a little darker. Like lower the intensity a little bit. That helps too. I think that looks nice. I'll obviously need more lights, and obviously the fucking lights eat up power. So I can't be too excited about setting them up at the moment without everything else, but that's okay. All right. Now, back to what we were kind of doing, sort of. I do need to like go AFK here in a second. But I need to remind myself I need rotors. Need rotors. Specifically 50 rotors. I don't think I got enough particularly on me, but like... They're in the boxes. They're in the storage units. Alright, let me see.